Good evening and welcome to this edition of Shanghai Live. I'm He Jian.
I'm Chen Xuan. On tonight's Shanghai Live, the first batch of imported Japanese live fish after the quake is already on the tables of local restaurants. Shanghai Live. And while Japanese fish is back on restaurant tables here, some other Japanese companies are bringing their products to an exhibition in Shanghai for the first time. JChere reports they are trying to establish a market here in China.
More than 30 Japanese companies have displays at the exhibition. That's more than 3 times as many participants as last time. They feature food, Japanese artworks and cosmetics. All the exhibitors this time are newcomers to China. They say they decided to come here because the disaster in March has weakened Japan's domestic demand.
We
lost 80% of our domestic business after the disaster because people are no longer willing to spend on things other than daily necessities. It's urgent for us to establish new markets like China.
Aria says the exhibition has made them more confident about opening stores in China because sales during the 3-day exhibition have been even more than the 1-month sales volume in Japan. And visitors are welcoming those new products from Japan.
I've only seen commercials for this collagen before. Now I can buy it here. That's good.
And nearly 3 months after the disaster, consumer confidence in Japanese products appears to be returning.
I'm not scared of the radiation. Plus, there must have been some checks before they enter China.
We've brought some radiation detectors with us. If customers are worried, we'll do checks.
Organizers say they hold the exhibition 4 times a year. This 3-day event is the first one since the earthquake and tsunami, and it's drawn twice the number of visitors as the one before, to meet companies that are looking to tap into a new market here. Japan's department stores report sales in the month after the March quake and tsunami were down nearly 15% from a year earlier. JChere Shanghai Live.
Productions.
If you ate sushi at one of the city's Japanese restaurants over the weekend, you might have been dining on the first batch of imported fish from Japan since the earthquake in March.
The fish arrived in Shanghai last week and passed the city's quarantine check. Our reporter Li Zongwei takes a look.
Employees at this Japanese restaurant in downtown Xuhui district are checking a half-tuna fish, the restaurant's first import since a ban on Japanese fish was put into effect in April. That ban was officially revoked at the end of May, and the fish flew all the way from western Japan's Nagasaki to Shanghai.
Before the April ban, the Chinese government had already adopted a longer quality inspection. When fish arrived at my restaurant, it had turned black and the taste was not good. After the ban was announced, we had to use fish from Spain.
It took the batch of live fish 5 days to travel from Japan to Jin's kitchen. That is longer than it used to take, as the fish had to go through more checkups on its point of origin and radiation levels. Nagasaki is now the only place in Japan that has resumed fish exports to China. Jin says it's a crucial start as Nagasaki is a major fish source for Japanese restaurants in Shanghai. This fish is a part of a shipment of 290 kilos that is the first since the ban was lifted. And Japanese industry officials say they hope more can come in, and they say there's no need to worry about the safety of their fish.
All the fish need to go through checks in both Nagasaki and Shanghai, which will secure the safety. I hope the reopening can be expanded to include imports from a larger part of Japan, and more restaurants here will restart buying fish there.
And most customers we talk to say they're okay with the fish.
Coming from Japan, the food, so I think it's good. It's no problem. They have a good quality control.
As long as there's the checks, I think it's okay. If the Japanese people can eat it, why can't we?
Last year, China imported around 220,000 tons of seafood from Japan, worth about $440 million. Li Zongwei, Shanghai Live.